Hello and welcome to Cox Local Edition on HLN. I'm Catherine Falk with Cox Communications. Thank you so much for joining us today. We're so pleased to have Congressman Gerry Connolly with us. Thank you for being here.
Great to be with you again, Catherine.
And tell us about your time in Congress. You're in your second term?
Yep, second term, keeping busy. We're dealing with a lot of very important issues to the country. So it's a great opportunity and privilege to serve the people of the 11th District in this Congress.
And tell us about the 11th District.
The 11th District is central Fairfax County, most of Prince William County, and Fairfax City.
Great. And the committees that you serve on are?
I serve on two committees, the Oversight and Government Reform Committee, which has broad responsibilities for the federal government and federal employees, very important to Northern Virginia, and on the Foreign Affairs Committee. And given the diversity in my district, that's also a very important committee.
And I was reading actually on your website about the high concentration of federal workers in your district. Tell us about that.
Yeah, I represent the third largest number of federal employees and retirees in the country out of 435 districts. So federal workforce issues are very, very important, obviously, to our district, and they keep me very busy.
I'm sure. I know one of the things that you had worked on for a long time was telework to help federal workers. Tell us about that.
Yeah, I was very pleased that a bill I sponsored in the my first term in Congress, last Congress, was signed into law earlier this year, and I got to go to the Oval Office and went there for the bill signing ceremony. It's going to make telework opportunities a lot more broadly available in the federal workforce for our federal employees. The demand is very high, and especially given the congestion in our region, it can have a really positive impact on both quality of life for federal employees and on our congestion.
Absolutely, and you think of things like the big storm last winter, the ice storm. It would have been nice to telework that day.
Absolutely. That day, I myself, it took, in a commute that's normally 30 minutes for me, it took me 10 hours.
Oh my gosh. I know, along with federal workers, that you're really concerned about veterans issues, and you spend a lot of time at Walter Reed and working with wounded warriors. Tell us what's up with veterans issues. Well,
I try to walk the walk and as well as talk the talk. I've hired a wounded warrior in my office, an Iraq veteran. But, we have to make sure, it's a sacred obligation as far as I'm concerned, that the men and women who put on that uniform and serve their country, we have to take care of them and their families when they return. And so making sure that they have the resources they need to reintegrate into the community and society, and to have jobs, and to make sure they have the health care they need, really important priorities for me.
Absolutely, and that's great that you hired a wounded warrior. I know another issue that's of big importance to federal workers and to all people in our area is Medicaid and Social Security, especially as the debt and deficit talks are going on. Tell us your views on that and where that stands right now.
You know, there are savings that can be had in all of those entitlement programs, but protecting the benefits of those entitlement programs is a contract with the American people. And I'm not going to do anything that is going to jeopardize the long-term viability of those programs or the benefits they provide, while nonetheless looking for opportunities to achieve efficiencies and savings, which we can do.
Good. And I know also that you've been talking about those issues and a lot more at your telephone town halls and town halls throughout your district, but tell us about those.
Yeah, we've had a lot of town hall meetings on various subjects, and we also use telephone town hall meetings to reach tens of thousands of people. My last one, we had 37,000 people on the phone. So it's a great way to meet and talk to constituents and hear their concerns.
That's terrific. And your website has a lot more information, which we're putting up on the screen. I learned a lot there myself, and I know you love to hear from constituents there.
Absolutely. It's a great way to communicate as well.
Great. Congressman Gerry Connolly, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you again, Catherine.
And thank you for joining us on Cox Local Edition on HLN. Be sure to follow us on Facebook and Twitter, and have a great day.